Okay, let me go post this shit real quick, and we'll start it off like we normally do. Quick, just letting everybody know before they click away from this shit. This is a different type of reaction video. We don't got no cameras. We're not making weird faces. We are simply talking about and reviewing Hotdamnirock, who's the dude we both been watching and listening to for years. And if you follow him, he just dropped his video yesterday. Talking about is the end of Hotdamnirock, and he's going a different direction, and we got nothing but respect for the man. But we're gonna sit here and we're gonna kind of talk, react, and remember, and kind of review our experiences of watching this channel. Now, if y'all niggas want to leave, you can leave. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Times two. But yeah, man, we probably been following him for what, at least how many years has it been? I mean, I would say at least 5 or 6 for sure. If not, I mean, you know, if not longer. But that's at least.
Yeah, no, for sure, at least 6, because that's my junior year of high school, and I want to say I started watching him as a sophomore.
Yeah, so because I think we all pretty much I think we all pretty much started watching at the same time. So I mean, you know, we didn't. I mean, we both probably watched his videos. You know, each of his videos multiple times because I mean, it's never ending laughs. You ain't, you know, watching those videos, you gonna laugh from beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
You know somebody is funny when like the first thing that come out their mouth and you start laughing because you already know where they going with it.
Basically, I remember. Shit. Do we got to start with the classic, like the classic video?
Which one is that? Which one are we talking about?
Oh, I didn't gather around. I got a story to tell. That was the shit I would use.
Yeah,
that
was probably when that's probably the one when somebody needed a good laugh or whatever. Especially if you grew up in any type of environment like around gangs and shit like that, this is definitely how you laughing.
Yo, that was the video. And what was always crazy about Kane is Kane was like the easiest YouTuber for me personally to like.
And I mean, the name of the video again is Gather Around, I Got a Story to Tell. If anybody decide they want to kind of go look it up, his channel name or page name is Hotdamnirock, all one word, all spelled correctly.
It's where you can't be disappointed going to that channel.
Yeah, you gotta have. I mean, as long as you got any type of sense of humor, he's gonna be hilarious to you.
You can have no sense of humor.
Yeah, you gonna crack a smile at least, nigga.
Like, nah, cause I remember in especially like he was always like the easiest YouTuber for me personally, like to even like show other people, cause I'm like his shit was like instantly funny. It stayed funny, like. And the nigga was just honest. Like, it was kind of funny honest, but like he was just honest.
And I think that's, I mean, me and you both, I think we talked about it, how it's like you connect a lot better when it's believable, when you believe what the person is saying. So it's like just the fact that you like, all right, this shit might be true, makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Like my man, even his slogan and shit was like he say the shit niggas don't want to say but bitches need to hear, something along those lines. Like my man, like yo, especially with the fucking we were talking about rappers that got hella quotables last when we was in here. Kane might have the most quotables of anybody on YouTube. Cause nigga,
he get more quotables than most rappers.
Like, cause the line, damn, so you ain't get the bread, is still funny as shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Especially when you and y'all that's listening to it, like what the fuck they talking about. Like if you watch the video and get the context behind it, that shit is hilarious every time you hear it.
Like my man
So the video, the one we talking about is the Gather Around, We Got a Story to Tell video, and it's basically based off like, you know, he's living in the hood back then, sandwiches, done that shit. His pop sent him on the store run to go and get some bread. and what he ran into a group of niggas,
You know,
a group of bloods.
he what he said throwing up shouting blood in the middle of Baltimore was like shooting the fucking Gotham, shooting the best symbol.
He say it's like shooting the best symbol in the middle of Gotham and shit. He say niggas started flying out the barbershop. The one dude didn't even finish his haircut. He had the little barber cake still on when he started off the bench.
Yo, my man's like,
yeah, no, he got a lot of YouTube classics though. So anybody that's into any type of comedy, he got millions of views. He probably seen at least one of his videos or something, and just in passing, if anything, and just didn't really look further into it. But he definitely got a lot of funny shit on his page.
Yeah, no, I remember for the longest time, like I wasn't even really we're gonna get him back in the party here in a second. For the longest time I wasn't even really messing with YouTube like that until I ran into this dude, and like his videos, like no matter how you feeling, like whatever situation you're going through, like you was just gonna laugh through his shit. Like he was that nigga. Like did it stop you from broadcasting, yo? Are you still good?
No, well, I had stopped from broadcasting from that first time anyway, so I just figured we'll broadcast off of yours.
All right.
But so now out of what I was asking before I got kicked out or whatever, and if I keep getting kicked out, y'all, I'm house sitting at my girlfriend's parents' house, so I'm not on my internet at my house, so it's kind of shitty over here, but we're gonna make it work.
Basically.
But, oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. So, what's your favorite video from Kane?
Oh fuck.
I mean, is Gather Around? I got a story to tell. Is that your favorite, or is that just?
That's just a classic.
We both
I don't
know it's
know.
a classic. He got a lot of classics, but yeah, I want to know what's your personal favorite.
See, this is the kind of shit I'm gonna feel like how I felt about Drake, which is like I'm gonna say one that I like, cause I'm gonna say the Osama bin Laden story is my favorite, but then I'm like I'm gonna watch one. I'm be like,
that's a classic.
That is a classic, but so is Christmas. Like his whole Christmas series is like Brother Love.
But yeah, Brotherly Love. But I think like my personal favorite, and out of all those classics, my personal favorite is Give Me the Butt Cheeks.
Hey, you're the butt that
and Give Me the Butt Cheeks is my personal favorite. Cause now this one is basically a story. He had a girl he was talking to. They had been texting and talking back and forth or whatever, and busy schedules, never had a chance to meet up. They met up. He took her out to eat. She ordered a mountain of crab legs. That's all he could afford. He had a water with lemon.
Hey,
he got up. What he said, they were in the car on the way home. She was touching his legs, playing with the ears and all that, just for them to get to the crib. And then she say she can't fuck. She don't know him like that.
Hey, you don't know me like that.
Like it might not. Y'all listening to us talk about it might not be as funny because y'all like whatever. But if y'all go watch those videos, y'all definitely gonna laugh.
Oh, like that shit.
He said, "I just sat there and watched you devour a mountain of dead crab."
Hey.
That's definitely that's probably my favorite one. Like anytime I just decide to look up one of his videos, if I'm gonna start somewhere, I usually start with that one. But I mean, I think it'll be hard. I could probably make a top 5, but I don't want to right now because I would have to be like, I would have to be like have to focus because you got. But I know that's one of my favorites, and then the Christmas story. The Christmas story is definitely top 5.
Yeah, that and what is it? See, the other ones though that I know, like I'm already like in my head, like I'm making like a what would make my top 5, and like because it'd be hard to like actually order it. But like the first one he did with Jerry, was that What Men Really Want? The first one?
See, but that now because that now those I kind of count those separate just because it's like I don't even want to add those in because those were both at the first you had one what men really want and what men really want and what women really want. I count those separate because it's like those will both have to go in there.
Those are joint projects, compilations.
Yeah, so and the other guy is Jerry Levine.
R.I.P.
Well, his page used to be R.I.P. Jerry Levine. I mean his whole reason for using that is because he said he basically felt like people don't appreciate you until you're gone. But yeah, he pretty funny too. He got his family vlog that's doing pretty good now. But yeah, now those are some classic videos if you really wanted to laugh too. What men really want and what women really want. Hotdamnirock and R.I.P. Jerry Levine.
Maybe the funniest line like out of anything like I've ever watched, like the quickest I've ever laughed at anything, is what do women really want? And Jerry just coming out immediately and be like, they want to shut the fuck up, but they can't. I've never laughed like so quickly at a video and like been just like that was my shit. Like,
see, but now because with this video, with what we doing right now, what we getting at is because Kane Carter, aka Hotdamnirock, he posted a video saying the end of Hotdamnirock. So now Jerry Levine, R.I.P. Jerry Levine Jr. is a perfect example of this because, like the line he just quoted, women want to shut the fuck up, but they can't. That was probably the mindset that he was in at that time and shit. Now the nigga married with 2 kids, so you can't really talk like that no more, nigga.
He letting his girl cut his hair. Bless that.
He letting his girl fuck up his edge up, so
That's fake. That's real love right there. That's when all these bitches be posting on Twitter like get you a man to look at you like food.
Well, yeah, I guess he probably figured shit. I ain't got to impress no other bitches, so it don't matter if my line is crooked. I ain't like that.
No, that shit just cut out, yo.
No, I said I ain't living like Jerry, but it's whatever.
Hey, that's a whole different. He in a different atmosphere, yo. But I
don't know. That's the type of shit you do when you got kids or something. You gotta have kids with the woman.
Yeah, nah, that's fair. I'm about to get this first down.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to dive more into Jerry at some point though.
Yeah, but
let's see what
I'm tripping out because I'm trying to think of I remember when I first, because obviously the first video I watched, because I don't remember if it was you or PVG, shout out PVG, who showed me the video, because we was doing what we normally do.
I think I might have been the one that was sending them out at first.
Yeah,
maybe.
It
don't matter. It was one of us.
Yeah. We were just sitting here chilling, and someone sent the video, and we start cracking the fuck up. And I end up watching that video, and I watch a couple more, and then I even go back and I watch this nigga old shit. And back when he was rocking just the theme song, and I remember thinking of one-liners. Is Justin's mom, or is Justin the best one-liner he has? He was like, Justin's mom, that bitch.
That was hilarious.
This nigga you could have 2 different arguments in terms of what's a top 5 video and just top 5 one-liners he had, and my man is crazy in both. Shout out to whoever watching right now, but yo,
the craziest shit when he said. The best quotable had to be the shit your nephew. I mean, what is he your nephew or is he your cousin, the one that he had running around saying it in the house?
Yeah, my cousin acting big as shit. He heard that, he was like, "You can't beat me, Justin. I'm not scared of you." Little nigga was 7 at the time.
He had a line where he was talking about a girl, and he was like, "I don't care if you go get your brothers." He said, "Your brothers can't." He was like, "I'm not scared of you. You can't beat me."
Yo. Also, shout out, and I know you said you bought one too, but I bought one of the shirts that he was selling as like, for me at least, it was one of those things. I'm like, even though he leaving, and I might not necessarily like the fact that like he's not be making videos no more, I didn't watch this dude for free on my end for like the better part of like you said 6-7 years. So like, you give someone like that much entertainment, like you gotta show him some support. At least in my
some
book.
type of support.
Like
you got to show some type of support.
So it was well worth the 45.
They're not trying. You know, it ain't like he didn't stop and then like try to go Hollywood and just start charging people for content and shit like that. He kept giving the content to the people.
Yeah.
As a real fan, at some point you gotta be willing to, show the love back in some type of way.
Basically, and before we get to the next part, because there's a lot of funny things and like entertaining things about this man that you can go on and say. I do want to say, like, just to get the negative part out of the way now, he might have had the worst year in like human history. Like,
what was that in 2015, right?
2016. And everybody was claiming like 2016 was the worst year ever, right? Like 2016 was all the celebrities dying. 2016 there was the shooting. 2016 was Trump. Like everybody was saying 2016 was just the worst year ever, right? Like just fuck 2016. My man in 1 year spent the better part of the year in the hospital. His dog got sick, and the only nigga that was able to help him, because the doctors was fucking up when they were trying to figure out what was wrong with him, was his best friend who was a doctor or in medical school or whatever it was, and he died. I'm like I've had some rough years, and we talked about a little bit earlier about having like some rough situations and learning how to bounce back. Like, and like I said, I want to just kind of get this stuff out of the way now because it's the only like sad part of the video and like the part that's not fun to talk about. But like, shout out to the fact he had the mental fortitude to even like, he came back, made a couple videos, and was on much more of like a conscious approach. Like, hey, this is my state of mind now because of these things that have happened to me. To not go crazy with the shit he had to go through.
Yeah, it's like you said, that shows a lot though. And then I mean, even for him to kind of come back and give an update as far as the mental state he was in, because it's like he don't owe that to the fans or nothing like that.
No, like,
I remember it's one of he could have said fuck YouTube, nobody ever heard from him again.
And I felt bad because the entire year, like, and I don't remember what his posting schedule was. I think we got like 2 videos a month though, or like even, or I think he was doing like every Sunday or something, right? Like he was doing some kind of
yeah. It was like on Sundays, every Sunday or every other Sunday, something like that.
Yeah, and like so it was a consistent schedule. And so when he kind of dropped off, it was kind of weird because he dropped off after making I forget which of the bigger videos he had, but he did like one of the bigger videos and then drop anything for like a month. And I'm like, okay, he's just gonna come out with another bigger video. And more time went through, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? And I remember feeling bad as shit, because I'm thinking, like, I thought the nigga did just say fuck YouTube and get up and left. And I was like, yo, I'm kind of heated about that. Like, and I was trying to check, and I didn't even have Twitter at the time, but I was going on to Twitter, because, like, you can just Google Twitter and find, like, the shit they say, even if you can't, like, comment or anything.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find out, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And I was just Googling, like, what the fuck happened to Hotdamnirock? Like, and then he dropped the video, it would have been about like 2-3 months ago now, and he explained everything that happened. I'm like, yo, I feel bad as shit, because I was definitely heated for a minute about this. I'm like no warning, and I get it, he don't know nobody's shit, and I understand all that, but I'm a person, I got my own shit like I want to say, and then like
so now I'm looking, I don't want to cut you off, but I'm looking at the timeline now. That video, the 365 days later video, when he kind of broke everything down, that was 11 months ago.
Was that 11 months ago?
That was 11 months ago.
Nigga, it's November. Holy shit. That's right. It's November. Yo, Thanksgiving came too early.
Of the year, yeah. Like, and we were just saying that earlier. That Thanksgiving came too early.
I'm all fucked up.
But yeah, it was 11 months ago, and then the saying goodbye video when he went to the grave site was 6 months ago.
Like,
So yeah,
like it was, like I said, like it was crazy the shit he had to go through. Like, if it was a great context, and like I said, it's probably gonna be my last thing I want to say about it. So I want to move on to more fun things to talk about, because like the channel was a comedic channel, and he was funny as fuck, and he gave hours of entertainment. So I'm not trying to stay on just negative things, but like, if you ever, like they always say, like if you ever feel bad, like people got it worse, like that was a real reality check. I'm like, yo, nigga, like there's people like they really got it worse. Like whatever you bitching about.
Shout out to the people out there that's getting by, because it's like I know somebody might end up seeing this video eventually and saying like, oh well, that same year, you know, what happened to him happened to me times 4, times 5, or whatever. So I mean,
Yeah.
you know, shout out to the people that's still working through it.
Like, yeah, no, that shit was crazy. Yes. Then to segue to the more entertaining parts, more enjoyable parts of it. I'm trying to think of what was his first, because I know you got the page open right now. What was his first like big video? Like when he put in the props.
As far as the memorable ones, let's see.
Let's go. Good catch on a fumbled. Because like I want to say it was the Christmas one.
Because I would go off the views, man.
No, not like that, but like big in terms of like he wasn't like when he got out the bathroom.
When he got out of what?
When he got out of the bathroom, like he was in the living room doing shit. I want to say it was Christmas was like the first one he did that was like more production to it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Which, by the way, if you don't know, this nigga did everything in his bathroom for like the first 3 years. And I'm sorry, he started at the OG. Kane started at the desk, and he just had a little camera and shit, and he was just rocking that. And then once he had a little more buzz and he was doing some stuff, he went to the bathroom. Don't ask me how this transition worked. And he would be in the bathroom, and there'd be mad niggas in the comment section just talking about like, yo, why the fuck you always in your bathroom? Like, why you always in your bathroom? And like everybody thought it was like some top secret shit. And he finally just came out when he answered. He was like, yo, there's just good lights in my bathroom. Like,
yeah, I think it had to be the Christmas one, yo. I mean, the most noticeable one to me. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna just play this a little bit of this real quick.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's a classic line. That's the classic line in Kung Fu grip. He say I ain't never bet a bitch who pussy fucking with this Kung Fu grip.
Yo, see, you know, he got too many classics. One line is like, what was it? What was I trying to get to? Because yeah, no, it was the first video. When he stepped out the bathroom. Fucking when he did. See, that was the thing that I like too about him is like when you see, and I always try to talk about it like on my channel, or not so much on my channel, but when I talk about with people, like I've said it with you, I've said it with like people in my circle when I talk about like there's certain things I didn't do at the start of my channel simply because I didn't want to do them yet, and the presentation of progression is such a big thing in my eyes. Like when you see someone doing more, you see someone like putting more, like whether it's more work or just production value into like their channel, and like Kane's one of the people that I got that from. because like I said, you have them starting at the just with the camera, then you've got them going in the bathroom and doing kind of like little cut, snap, extra effects. Then you got him doing like the Christmas shit where he's putting on the outfits. He was talking that shit to Rudolph. That was but like, so like even as far as like just another YouTuber, like Kane did some shit that even besides just being funny was like, I got to use ideas and techniques that he had and kind of implement that into my channel.
Not only that, but even aside from all the funny shit, he was talking some real shit.
Oh yeah, no, he said the shit that like most niggas wouldn't say. Like I probably say some now just because I listen to his videos and shit. But like I wasn't saying that shit before him. Like, but he would always say the shit where you like when you know what's the way to phrase it. When you know someone's talking stupid to you and you like, yo, I know I could just cuss your ass out right now, especially a girl. That's where Kane came in. You just be thinking to yourself like, what would my nigga Kane say?
Pretty much. What would Jesus do?
Like, you ain't leaving, bitch. Like,
yeah. See now, yeah, that's definitely that video. That's definitely one of my favorites. Yeah. Let me see what else. Cause now special treatment, that was a good one too. Cause that was the line. That was where he had the line. He was like, "You better be able to fix the crack in my windshield or something."
Go work on my car. I ain't never seen a bitch do that. Is that no? Is that him or is that Jerry? I'm trying to get. I want to say that's him, but I'm not 100% sure.
What line?
The go work on my car. I ain't never seen a bitch do some shit like that.
No, that was Kane in the special treatment. The video that I was playing a clip of, he said it in that video because that's when he was saying when he was like, you expect me to be a different type of nigga when you the same as these other bitches I keep running into. He was like, let me see you do something to impress me. He was like, you go fix the crack in my windshield or some shit.
Yo, what's another classic one? I'm trying to think of like what were the videos like that I would show, because like I said, I showed more Kane videos to friends than like any other person, and I'm trying to think of like what's another classic one that they did. Or no, even beyond that, that was the point I was trying to get to when I was talking about the progression thing. Is like that nigga not only just him being funny, like yo is mad talented. Like when he started doing some of his like movie type shit on the channel. Like where he would
that's what I like too when he started kind of showing that like the more like production side of the shit, like, you know, showing what he can actually do.
Like he could act, like because I remember it was him and what's the other nigga name, the Spoken Reasons. Because Spoken Reasons had that small movie role, and I remember we was all in the party talking about it, and we was like, yo, how the fuck he get a role before Kane? Like.
And shout out to him, but you know, it was just one of the things where that's what we, you know, we kind of seeing the shit that Kane was doing, and I'm like, you know, it ain't no way somebody ain't trying to pay him. Like, if Netflix was as big as it is back then, I guarantee you Kane will have something. If he was to be in a position where he was still trying to do that type of shit, like it ain't no way Netflix wouldn't cut the check for him.
Oh, 100%. Like
50 Central would be all over that.
Yo, 50 Central. Quick shout out to 50 Central. That is way funnier.
Shout out to 50 Cent, period. One of my favorite niggas, period. I don't even know why. Just because I believe everything you were saying in the early 2000s, 50, I believed it. And for that, I'll probably fuck with you.
Ew. Like 50 Cent, I remember I saw the little clip, not to get away from Kane, but 50 Central was 50 Cent was banging your mom, and he had the little prank on him, and he was like, yo, I lost my virginity to your mother. he was telling kids, he was like, hey, yo, you know, I kind of want to do like a father-son album. What you feel about that? Like, then he come out and be like, you know, I'm just fucking with you, right? Like, I ain't even gonna fuck your mom.
But yeah, no, he could have, like, he would have started it. Like, I mean, Cause it's like the shit these a lot of these YouTube niggas is doing today. It's like the shit that he was doing 5-6 years ago.
Yeah. Like,
And honestly, it's like some of the videos they funny to me, but then I honestly I look at them sometimes and feel like I say them. And it's like when you watch his videos, even like some of the higher produced shit, it's like you pay attention to the fact that like he's the only nigga acting in it.
yeah. Yeah.
Like he's doing all of this by himself.
Nah, like my man's just mad talented. Like,
and not to like touch on it again with the whole end of Hotdamnirock thing that he, you know, that's what he titled the video, and it's basically just to say that at the time of, I mean, he basically had a different space in his life, had a different space mentally to where, you know, he's saying that he'll still possibly do videos here and there, but the content will be different because, you know, back then he was in, you know, that was the space he was in. He was in the space to be funny and, you know, do the type of videos he was doing, and now he's at a space to where he want to kind of give out advice and, you know, be in a position to just help people in whatever way he can.
yeah. And we was talking about this earlier, like, even though it wasn't the same, like, this is like how, to me, when they talk about like there's products and brands, and then there's people that you buy in, like, or like you can buy a product or a brand, right? And then there's buying the person. Like, no matter what Kane was gonna do, like, we were still watching his videos. Yeah, like we was watching the videos completely different than what we got into 7 years ago. And like,
but every time he dropped the video, we still fucking hit up the group chat. Did you see Kane the video?
Like,
even after watching it and knowing that it ain't even no funny shit. Like, I mean, it's because, like, you know, you like you said, you buy into the person eventually at some point.
I need more niggas to buy into me. I'm only at 74 subscribers. I need more. Oh, there we go.
What a shout out, Kane.
I know.
Shout out to you.
Hey, and on that note, actually, speaking of the 74 subscribers, you can go look at my videos, and I have a video where I'm talking about like different things I'm doing with the channel, and I got no business. I probably have no business using his name because he's just far bigger than me, but it's like, I shout out to him because this was like at the time when, this was like 6-7 months ago, I think, when I made this, or no, 4 or 5 months ago, and like he was still really like in the middle of going through it, and I'm like, yo, shout out to that man. He had a rough year. He trying to bounce back, and at the time, I don't think he made the decision to stop being funny 11 months ago. I think that was a much more recent thing.
I don't even think it was a decision, though. I think it's just, I mean, like, you know, it ain't like, I don't think he, like, woke up one day and said, I don't want to be funny no more. I think he just woke up one day and said, this is how I'm feeling now. This is the, you know, he wasn't, you know, this is just the type of content I'm in a position to put out now.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I guess, like, my point is more so, like, when he first came back 11 months ago, which is still crazy to me that it was 11 months ago.
Yeah, it definitely, that time flying, right?
Yeah, it's been a fast year. But like, when he said that, I think he made that video with the intent that he was going to eventually be able to come all the way around and go back to being Hotdamnirock how he was initially. I think the more, and why we got the different story videos, the more he had like those stories and experiences in his real life is when he finally started to be like, okay, I'm just not that dude at all anymore. Like, when you kind of question yourself, even you like, am I? Maybe I'm kind of on the fence about it. And like, he just officially was like, all right, yeah, no, I'm not, you know, power to pussy, power to dick. Those are classics. Yeah, all his shit is classic.
That's a fact.
Like, this is like, he like the Hove of YouTubers. Like, you just can't find like no bad shit in there. Like, he just had like his 8-year run is like, you can't fuck with it. What?
Classics after classics.
100%. Like, and what was it? What was his job? Because I know he did a vlog, and he showed like quitting his job and shit. But I forget where the fuck did he work?
I can't remember where it dropped. I don't remember the one about him quitting, but I remember when he went back to like the old job and shit. When he was doing, I remember that. I can't remember where it was at though.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, man. He definitely. He did a lot. He played like I said, he played a big part in like in those years or whatever. Just as far as the videos go, you know, he provided a lot of laughs for niggas.
No, just like yeah, like half our like it's not even it's probably not even a stretch to say like at points when we was on Xbox that like 50% of our dialogue and sometimes would just be Kane. Like. And like once you start talking and like video and it's like he was like for me at least like he was like the first like binge YouTuber. Like I could watch one video and I would just keep watching. Like I'd watch one, then another one, another one, another one.
Just watch one video. Yeah, you can't really just watch one because it's like as soon as you kind of get started, everything else is funny. Like that's what I said. I'm like, you know, a nigga is funny when the video first come on and you just start, you know, you laughing off the first line because you just know. You know he gonna say some crazy shit.
Yeah, like, oh, get this nigga. Damn it, I just gave up a touchdown. What was it? Okay, here's a tough one. Who's better, Kane or Jerry?
You said who's better, Kane or who, Jerry?
Yeah, Kane or Jerry.
Or if you could,
if you can only watch one, I think is the better way to phrase it.
Kane, easily. Hey, Jerry, my man.
Yeah.
Because it was like, but it was only because it was like with Kane, like a lot, like most of Kane's always seemed like more natural and more believable than some of the shit they was saying. Was like, that nigga, you put a little extra on it. It seemed like. like Jerry had some shit to where I'm like, it ain't no way you saying this to bitches. I'm like, hey, shout out to my nigga Jerry, man. He was a fucked up nigga. I was like, it ain't no way you telling bitches this on a daily basis in real life.
Yeah, like, no, Kane was Jerry was on that shit.
Kane was. But nah, like that's my opinion. I think Kane's was like more natural. Jerry, it was just like I used to hear some of Jerry's shit, and I'd be like, it ain't no way he telling bitches this.
Yeah, no, there was definitely I'd say, yo, the Seattle got Earl Thomas like in the franchise too. Damn, they won't let this nigga go. But like, yo, I'm really trying to like think right now, like what would be like my favorite video. So like I said, I
kind of think of what?
Like what would be like my outright favorite video for him? Like it's like I want to say Osama bin Laden, but at the same time, the first Christmas one, just because of that scene with fucking Rudolph.
That was the funniest shit. That's probably like. That might be like one of the best moments in any of his videos.
That's one of the best moments in history, all time. Like that nigga said, he's like, "Yo, put out an AK on Rudolph." Like, yo didn't give no fuck. How the fuck is Joe Thomas getting beat like this? By the way, shout out to Joe Thomas. You've had to play your whole career at the Browns. You deserve to go to the Hall of Fame just for that. And that nigga just dropped the pass. All right, cool. But what else could you say about Kane? Like,
yeah, I think I don't know. Like, he easily like my favorite YouTuber though. Like easily. And like I said, Jerry definitely my man. Like the videos that they made together are probably like those are probably like in my top 5.
Yeah. Cause
you talking about the shit that used to go would have me in tears for real, crying from laughing.
Yeah, no, like I said, that they want to shut the fuck up will forever be in my mind. Like, it's gonna be fucked up because, like, I'm gonna sit there, like, low key, like, when I'm married, and like mom will be like, you know what I want, and I'm gonna be thinking in my mind, like, you want to shut the fuck up. Like,
and like when it's time for me to say my vows, my wedding vows, I'm just have that shit over the intercom. What men really want. You remember Jerry had a classic line in there, yo. He said, I want a bitch that's gonna fondle me when we in church or whatever. He was like, we can go out to the, he was like, close the Bibles up, go out to the parking lot and get it popping. So, you know, considering me, before like 2 weeks ago, I hadn't been to church since I was like 7. That was right up my alley. I'm like, if this type of shit that's going on in church, why not?
Yo, my man's like, Jerry was that?
We can go out to the parking lot and get it popping. Look, man, if you living like that, you got you a good one. That bad one at the same time. I don't know if you're supposed to do that type of shit at the house of the Lord.
You not, but you know, we it's all about forgiveness, yo. Right?
You know. Shout out to J. Cole. J. Cole, Jerry Levine, J. McGee, all y'all niggas fuck alike.
Yo, that's fucked. We ain't gonna start light skin discriminating over here. J. Cole don't even look like nobody no more. You know what J. Cole look like? J. Cole look like an extra on the Flintstones at this point.
J. Cole look like a weekend. J. Cole and her look. J. Cole don't look like none of y'all light skinned niggas no more.
J. Cole look like a damn caveman.
That's a fact. He looked like the guy caveman.
Yo, did you watch any of those and I know he posted them more like on Instagram and shit, but like the dancing stuff Kane started to get into?
Yeah, yep. I watched the videos he got on YouTube.
Yeah. Cause I know he got a couple more on Instagram and
I was like, damn nigga, you dance too? What that you do? Shout out to the dark skinned niggas putting on for the dark skinned delegation.
Yeah. Y'all be trying to claim like 1 or 2 heroes.
You said what, y'all?
Yeah, dark skinned niggas, y'all jump around like 1 or 2 niggas and then just trade whoever y'all don't like.
It'd be like that. We chose Tyrese until he tied Michael Blackman's bitch ass up. Did you see that?
Yeah. Michael went in on him, yo. Michael Blackson's a funny nigga though, like just.
No, I'm saying, did you see the videos on Instagram?
Yeah, where he was talking about trying to trade him for anybody. He was like, "We'll take a."
I'm talking about when Tyrese called Michael Black and he tied that nigga up.
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Yeah, they on Michael Black's Instagram page or whatever. I tag you in and shit. But he come with Black and he tied him up. He called Tyrese and told him to let Michael Black and bitches go.
Damn. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go back and rewatch those.
Yeah, that shit was funny. But
what else has happened lately? And like, we'll get back to Kane here in a second. But I thought there was something else, and what the fuck? It just happened like the last day or two. Fuck.
What was it? What was it related to? What?
Like it was celebrity shit. But I was trying to remember who the fuck just acted wild the last day or two.
Somebody was wild recently. Who the fuck was wild?
I want to say, hey, also shout out to Lil Uzi. He on like day 4, no Xanax, maybe, possibly. I'm not that man's mother. I don't know what he doing. But you know, he said he getting off the drugs.
After today, we ain't shouting out no more mumble rappers, right? So Uzi, you better take us in stride.
Hey, it's for a good cause, yo.
Only way we gonna keep shouting y'all niggas out is if DJ Academics give us a shout out.
That's what I was okay.
His so-called cat niggas.
And And we will get back to Kane at the end of this. And I know we talked about we was going to do one on our 5 influential rappers of the 2000s. And then and that's going to be next episode. But I did have to ask this question now because Drake's not on our 5 guys that we was going to talk about on our next episode. But when I had shout out to Metal Gaming, I don't know who that is, but shout out to you, yo. When I had my homie over here the other day, and I was playing music when he was playing Madden and shit. Shout out to Hernandez, I was whooping his ass. We was listening to like older songs, right? And what's up, Liam?
What's up, Liam?
What was it though? And I was sitting there thinking about it, I was like, yo, has Drake actually gotten worse? Because when I hear shit like Ransom, I'm Still Fly, like, yo used to be talking that shit, and like, that nigga was like,
well, I think
vicious.
I've thought about that like to myself a couple of times. I don't know if I'm willing to say he got worse. I'll probably be more willing to say that the content is different. And honestly, I do believe that, like, you know, it's only. Sometimes I guess, but it's like it's only so much you can rap about, because eventually everybody gonna say you rapping about the same shit. All your shit's out. So I think the content has changed. I think that's the biggest thing.
Cause what was I listening to?
But it's like, you know, it's like he don't have, it ain't like. I mean, it's definitely a different tone of music for the nigga that's #1 in the game versus the nigga that's trying to get to be #1.
No, 100%. And Liam said, "What's up, yo?" Fucking, it's. All right, okay. Here's his. He said he got Kendrick, J. Cole, M, Ice Cube, and Logic. So I got a mixed opinion on Ice Cube because. With Ice Cube is like.
Hold on. Yeah. What was the question?
Nah, he heard us talking about rappers, so he just listed some rappers down in the comments or the live chat. I'm still getting used to all this shit.
Okay.
And so he put Kendrick, J. Cole, Eminem, Ice Cube, and Logic, right? And I fucks with all those dudes, but Ice Cube I'm always torn on because like when we bring up the conversation of content. Ice Cube only had like one thing as far as Ice Cube was killing niggas. Like there was and fuck the bullies. Like his content was like always the same shit. And like I feel like people never like the people that fuck with Ice Cube and like at least like and like I fucks with him, but like people that fuck with him heavy, which I feel like is the generation before us, because obviously like that's one of they dudes. Like they never got tired of that content. Oh no, like. So like I'm always torn on him though. So I'm like I fuck with him and he can rap, but he only rap about like one thing.
Wait, now who we talking about? Cause you kind of cut out.
Ice Cube.
You said Ice Cube?
Yeah. Like I feel like when we talk about like guys having to change their content, like I don't feel like Ice Cube ever really had to change his content. Like he was always just kind of rapping about killing niggas, like and being hood as fuck.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. I think like when you a street rapper or hood nigga or whatever, I feel like it's always when you in the streets and shit, it's always something to talk about. Well, it's like when you not really like, you know, when you somebody like Drake that ain't really, you know, ain't really in the streets and all of that. It's like it's only so much you can talk about, because now like you got. You know, if you're a street nigga, you got more avenues to take, because it's like you could be a street nigga, then you could, a couple years down the line, you could say, I've grown and now I want to rap about bitches. And then you can say, all right, now I want to rap about money. Versus Drake is like, all right, nigga, you ain't really into the street shit. All you can really rap about is bitches and money.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
All his early projects, when you talk about comeback, that was pretty much that was when he. And the reason why I can't say he got worse is just like every album he got like 2 or 3 songs where like this nigga still got it. like where he dropped those, where he dropping those introspective songs that kind of give you that whole feel.
Hold up, fix your mic for a second, chill, because it started like to crackle.
What? I'm good now.
Yeah, say something.
Yo.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think like my thing was like, and I'm not gonna bring too much because we talking about him on the next one, but like, cause like. I think it's Ransom. Ransom might be. I know I said "Miss Me" might be my favorite like collab between Drake and Wayne. Ransom might be only because of the fact of like Drake was talking that shit and Wayne rapped the alphabet. Like that's some shit like you just like that. I don't know if like niggas just ain't supposed to do that.
I could get away with that because I'm killing any other nigga that try to do that.
Yeah, like it was, but it worked though. Like. It was, I don't know, like, and like I said, I don't want to talk too much about Wayne because we're gonna talk about him in the next one. But like, I had to bring that up about Drake. What else? I know I think we both respect Kendrick, even though we don't listen to him a whole bunch.
Like I don't know, it's like for me, like I don't know. I think I've told you before, like my favorite Kendrick album, and I don't want to debate with none of y'all niggas. My favorite Kendrick album is Good Kid, Mad City, by far.
Okay,
and I ain't arguing about this shit.
Okay, so here we go. Here's another comment. So opinions on Logic. He says a lot of people complain about his album, but not J. Cole because he talks about being biracial too much.
Oh yeah, Logic definitely talks about being biracial too much. Not the Logic stuff. I fuck with Logic, but like it's almost like because when you got all these other biracial rappers, you got J. Cole, you got Drake, you got a couple other ones, and it's like, I mean, I get it because all these other biracial rappers they look black and Logic look like he's white, but it's like it almost seems like sometimes he trying to play it like. He uses white privilege when he wants to and shit.
So I would ask, and I've had this thought because like I agree. My issue with Logic's last album, and I personally, the reason why I fuck with Logic heavy is like all the mixtapes, like the Logic's mix.
I fuck with Logic. He can rap his ass off.
Yeah, no, he can't. No, this and that. But like he's one of those artists for me. I'm like I like. He's kind of like how Royce is, like where it's like he's just so good at putting the words together, but like his projects, I'm kind of iffy on. The reason why I wasn't personally crazy about his last album is because I feel like not necessarily even just the talking about the biracial, because for me, not to throw no shade, like I feel like a lot of dark skinned niggas don't like that shit, but like I get it.
You don't feel shit about dark skin, nigga. Fuck
you. I'm just saying, yo.
Shout out to the dark skin delegation.
Like, but my issue with the album is like I felt like every song sounded the same, and like I get when you do a concept album, like you're supposed to have the same theme kind of throughout it, but to me, and like it was still a good album, but it was like the songs. It had almost no replay value for me. But I'm also on record for saying I don't think For Your Eyes Only, even though I got it on my phone, that doesn't have a lot of replay value for me.
Yeah, that one don't. There's a couple of songs on there that do, but like an album as a whole, it doesn't.
Yeah, like that's actually I think my big thing out of like we was talking about out of everybody that dropped like the last 7-8 months, like because we got all the heavyweights like Cole dropped, Kendrick dropped, Meek dropped, Drake dropped. Honestly, out of everybody that dropped that's in like that category, I think Meek's album has the most replay value. Like, because Damn doesn't have a lot of replay value to me.
If you want to keep it 100, I'll probably listen to Big Sean album more than any of them other niggas.
That's fair. No, that's fair. I'll count Sean in there. Like, it's my shit is
and that's like even I fuck with More Life, but it's like look, I'm tired of fucking Caribbean Drake.
You don't like Drizzy Marley? You don't like Drizzy or You don't like
I'm
Drizzy
tired of
Marley?
I'm tired of fucking. I'm tired of Caribbean Drake. Tell a nigga, bring back the rapper nigga. Like, I mean, you know, the one dance and all that shit, and that's all cool. And like, I don't know whether Drake's Spanish or motherfucking Jamaican or shit. Well, I guess whoever he around at the time, Drake a chameleon. He said he blend in with the hood.
Hey, that's what you got to do when you light skin, you know.
Look, nigga, I'm tired of y'all light skinned niggas. Dark skinned niggas say me can't get away with no fucking Jamaican accent. He's blacker than Drake.
Me can't get away. I don't know. Like,
He can't get away riding a bike in New York City.
yeah, no, me got kind of like. Don't get me wrong. I think there is like some accountability on his part. It just looks really whack when it's like the reason you was like your probation was violated was because you was on a bike. Like there's some other shit he did where I'm like, nigga, like he could have prevented being in that situation as far as like the parole officer and everything, but like it just looks real dumb when you get like caught on a bike. And then they got niggas like the fucking I saw the meme the other day, which was I'm bringing it up, like the nigga at Stanford who got caught like straight raping the girl because she was passed out, and that nigga didn't go to jail because jail was too hard, so they gave him like 2 months or no, he didn't go to prison, so it's like he got 2 months in jail and then parole, and it's like really like he gets that, and like Meek rode a bike and gonna get 2 to 4 years, but like
yeah, no, it's all fucked up. But what other questions we got? Do we got any other questions? I know we had a question about Logic. I don't know if we answered that good enough as far as.
Liam, do you like that answer on Logic? Like we both said, so we fuck with him. The album, like I said, I felt the album, the songs sounded too similar.
I feel like with him, I feel like with him too. It's almost a thing as if he don't really know which lane he want to be in. He don't know which route he trying to take as far as content go, which is that's part of the reason why people say it's because he rap about being biracial too much. Is because like nigga, they pretty much saying you got to pick a side, nigga. You want to be black and white. I'm not saying that, but that's what they saying.
Yeah, I remember, and that's why like. So I will say this about Logic, and I don't remember if I think I've said this to you like in passing. I don't know if I've said this. Oh, pick that off. I don't know if I said this like on the stream. It's like the most memorable song that came out of his album was that like that 1-800 the Suicide Hotline one, and I think it's dope that that's a record. Like legit, I think it's dope that that's a record. Like you bring awareness, like the concept. I'm down with that. I'm even down with the fact of like if he had an album dedicated to just talking about being the biracial struggle, because like I get it, especially for like someone like me where it's like I was raised by white people, so it's like there is a legit for me, like there is a legit biracial struggle because it's like when
that's like I mean it's like because it's almost like I think the problem comes in when niggas are trying to figure out like, all right, what are you struggling with? Because it's like if Logic wouldn't have told anybody that he was biracial, niggas would have just thought he was white. Not saying that he should have kept that to himself or nothing like that. But it's like, I mean, it's obvious that like black people coming up struggle more than white people.
Yeah. So
it's like, I mean, I mean, you look white, just as white as any other white man out there on the streets or whatever. So what? I mean, most people are trying to figure out, all right, what's the struggle?
Yeah. So and that'll give is the fact because he looks the way he does, like it does bring a different argument. I would say for like my own personal perspective of it is it's like, so like and I watch Breakfast Club. It's like when I watch Breakfast Club, like I honestly feel like slightly uncomfortable because like I said, like my grandmother, who's like the most important person in the world to me, like she's white. Like I was raised by white people. So when I hear Charlamagne say like, yo, 80% of white people are the devil, like I even kind of have to take like a check because I'm like I get where he's coming from, but at the same time as it's like,
right, it's one of them things to where it's like you know it to be something different than that.
yeah, and so it's like it's why like even and I'm a firm believer in it's like I believe even like you condemn someone who does wrong, you don't blame everybody for the one, like.
And I'm definitely, I could definitely agree with you on that. But I think the belief is that I think that a lot of black people probably believe that most white people don't believe that themselves though. Because that's like saying like if a white lady or whatever is to say she got robbed by a black guy before. You know how like they say when you see somebody walking down the street and you see a woman or whatever, and if you black and you walking towards them, they start clenching their purse and shit like that.
Yeah, no, and I've had that shit happen.
Well, yeah, because now like that's why with you, your situation is even different from mine because it's like even with you being biracial, you can anybody can pretty much look at you and tell you like you light skinned.
Yeah.
You're not really going nowhere and passing for white.
Nah.
I mean, as light as you are, niggas know you like, you light skinned.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, so like I guess like where I fall on it before I'm gonna answer because he posted something else which I'm gonna get to here in a second. I guess like my final thoughts is like I get why Logic says what he says. I think as a fan, I would prefer it be like on one project and then kind of move on. The same way like the Suicide Hotline song.
So it's like get it out your system and get it over with, kind of, because it's like niggas don't want to hear this every song.
100%. It's like I don't want to hear like I would just tell people because the only kind of rap music people when I was growing up that they would listen to is like Eminem was like the only one. And I remember always hearing it's like, oh, well, it's because he talks about real stuff. And I'm like, if every single person talked about real stuff on every single song, y'all would get sick of real stuff. Like,
well, it ain't even that, but it's like what's real to him might not be real to the next person. So it's like, I mean, it's like real is that's something. What they say, it's in the eye of the beholder or whatever the fuck they say. But it's like, what's real to you might not be real life to me.
100%.
So it's like all these drugs and guns and all that shit. That might be real to fucking whoever it is rapping about it. But
Okay. So, thoughts on Post Malone? I don't know if you listen to Post Malone.
I'm familiar with Post Malone. Post Malone, he cool.
I think Post Malone is. Now he said some weird shit the other day where he was like. I don't know if you saw an Everyday Struggle.
Oh, yeah, that reverse racism shit.
Yeah, well, no, not that. But he was talking about if you want to listen to real shit, don't listen to hip hop right now. And he was like, a lot of dudes in hip hop is just saying whatever the fuck they want to say, and they saying some bullshit. So he's like, if you really want to listen to some real shit, he said go listen to rock or jazz or some other genre. And I thought Joe had the best response, which was, why the fuck do I give a fuck what Post Malone saying at some interview? Joe, that's my nigga. But like, it was, I think Post Malone is, look at his Twitter video. He explains why he said that. I'm gonna have to go look that up. So Post Malone is like the white 2 Chainz. Like, this shit 2 Chainz says that I'm like, couldn't nobody else say that shit and it sound kind of cool, respectable, and nothing. But just because it came out of his mouth, like, you'd be like, yo, that shit was kind of hard. Or like, oh, I get what he's saying. Like, and that's how I feel about Post Malone. Like, Post Malone says some shit where I'm like, that's kind of like, but then it's like, because he's the one who said it, it's like, yo, that shit was tough.
Yeah, no, and Post Malone is. So is the question asking how we just feel about him, period, or as far as that song was? I mean, as far as his comments that he made.
Well, I brought up the comments, which he told me if I go look at his Twitter, he explains why he said the comments, which I'm gonna have to go do that. But he was simply talking about like thoughts on Post Malone. The comment below that wasn't finished. He says, Liam, because you said I think Drake and Kendrick won't be. says he likes the mix of rock and hip hop. I do too, especially being I don't know if you ever listened to Linkin Park. Like Linkin Park was my shit, and I like as far as like, gosh, this is actually the one criticism. I wasn't crazy about the whole rock hip hop experiment Wayne did, but like as far as like Linkin Park and what they did as far as combining hip hop and rock, I thought that was dope. And I know Post Malone does some stuff like that too, and I fuck with that personally.
Well, I know he was getting a lot of criticism around that time when he kind of switch back over, because you know how it is in hip hop when somebody come in and leave out, they start calling them culture vultures and all of that good shit.
Yeah. See, that's actually I'm actually glad you brought that up. So, and I'm gonna get to the Drake and Kendrick thing here in a second. Do you think there's anyone who's immune to being called the culture vulture?
Yes.
Who do you think is immune to it?
Any nigga that stays in the culture consistently. Like when I say that, I mean like just to name like some of the people I would say like the Kendricks or the J. Coles or the guys like that, because it's like they rapping it. When they say culture vulture, it's because it's like, all right, somebody that may only when you got Katy Perry doing shit with the Migos and Miley Cyrus coming in to do one song and then she want to go back to be white. When you got shit like that going on, I think, or you got guys when it's hot, they in one lane, and when it's like shit, people will probably say Drake is like the biggest culture vulture out there.
No, that was my point. Is do you consider this before? Which is why like I want to get someone else's opinion. I've heard people say like you just for the people that come in and do like one song and then bounce. Like when Katy Perry did the shit with Kanye, and then she came in and did the shit with Migo. Like she does one song and she bounces. One song she did the song with Juicy J a few years ago, and like, so you would say Katy Perry would be like a culture vulture, right? Do you blame the person who's willing to work with her? Like if I know this is what she does, and like if you were the next. Shit, Lil Pump got the #3 song in the world right now, right? Despite however I feel about Lil Pump. So if Katy Perry walks in and she's like, she wants to do a song with Lil Pump, and now I don't know shit about Lil Pump, but I'm gonna assume he hood enough, he got some fucking Jolly Rancher ass hair. Like, would he be just as wrong for doing a song with someone like that?
Him specifically? Hell no. He like, what? Nigga, you could, I mean, no, I don't think he would be. I mean, because I think the thing is with that is like, all right, when you get these bitches coming over here trying to rap and shit, when you get, what the fuck was the name of that song with fucking Hannah Montana is in a fucking video with Mike Will made it in a fucking Bulls jersey.
Oh, 23. 20.
Yeah,
J is on my feet.
I don't even remember. Oh, so she was trying to rap in that shit or something, wasn't
she? She did the hook. She wasn't really rapping, but she was definitely doing some like. She was doing some whack ass Rihanna tone, like
doing some hip hop shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. See, but no, that's like, I mean, it's almost like I would consider it different. Like, all right. Say for instance, if Kendrick Lamar was to get on a song with fucking Miley Cyrus or whatever, and she said, because what is she, a country? Is she pop or is she country or what?
She's pop. She's pop. I'm gonna consider her pop. She's above her genre. Like the name Miley Cyrus, I don't think is affiliated with a genre.
Okay. Well, so I'm gonna say, for instance, say she do something like. Say Kendrick Lamar do something like that, like when she got a pop song out. Now, I think if Kendrick Lamar gets on there still talking the conscious shit that he talking and, still rapping the same way that Kendrick Lamar raps, I don't know if I'm blaming him for something like that. Like, because it's like he's not trying to conform to a different style. I think to me it's kind of different when you trying to jump in with because something is hot right now because that's where Miley Cyrus get in, come over here trying to be Rihanna or whatever. Shout out to whoever said that bitch.
That bitch need to stay in her lane.
Stay in her lane.
Yeah.
They make it on a record ball. Nah, tell her to put some clothes on. you must never seen that. You must never seen that try to twerk. Tell that bitch put some clothes on.
So I was gonna go with that. And Kendrick thinks a great example because Kendrick obviously has bad blood with Taylor Swift. Drake, you can make some. Drake is the only dude if he does. Like we was talking about this, like he does superstar ass shit. Like he knows like he's a superstar and he kind of stays in the superstar lane. He also does some real questionable ass shit that if he was not a superstar and didn't make the hits he made, like niggas already question Drake and like people be all over him. Like if Drake ever falls off, that's gonna be the nastiest fall off of all time because niggas ain't gonna let him rest. But like, but when you got Kendrick doing songs with Taylor Swift, you got Migos doing songs with who the fuck did they just do? They just did one with the pop singer.
But I don't know. I think we can probably exclude Taylor Swift because I feel like hip hop feel like they owed her some shit because of what Kanye did. They felt bad for her. Shit ain't been right. Shit ain't been right since Kanye fucked that night up. She was 17. Kanye was being Kanye. Shout out to Kanye being Kanye.
Like I don't know.
I don't know, cause didn't they have that bitch running? Wasn't it a commercial where they had that bitch running on the treadmill to some fucking who was that? Who was she listening to? Drake or some shit? Who the fuck was she listening to on the treadmill?
There's a song. He said fuck Kanye. And I'm not even mad. Like Kanye is one of those dudes who like, and I fucks with Kanye music. Anybody that wants to say fuck Kanye or fuck like what he does, I can't defend him. Cause Kanye be doing some shit where you like, yo, bro, you want like Kanye is the nigga like when you out with your crew and if it's like 3 or 4 of you, right? And you just got the one dude who's always trying to wild out. Like that's what Kanye West is. And I'm like, I can't be mad at someone who's like, yo, fuck the nigga always trying to wild out. Cause like, fuck the niggas who always trying to wild out. Like, but I fucks with Kanye. Like, musically.
Shout out to Kanye, man. See, Kanye, I don't know if, what is it, Mortal Game and Liam? I don't know if you watch Get Out, but Kanye is in the second place right now.
Kanye is fucking with the Kardashians.
The dark skin delegation, we doing what we can to try to get him up out of there. It's the Kardashians. They fighting back a little bit, but we do got OJ out of jail, so we've been in negotiation with him trying to get him involved. But that could be a long process because he asking for a large amount of money.
Hey, no, is Kanye's music question? I don't think Kanye's music is questionable. Kanye's got too good of a catalog to say his music is questionable. Oh, like, I don't know, like, and see, there you go. Could Kanye be considered? Because I think if anyone's, and you could make the case for Drake, if anyone's tried to pop and like go pop, I think Kanye's at the top of that list.
What, if trying to go pop?
Yeah. Like, and just
I don't think so. Not as far as music. I think Kanye just want to be Like, I think as far as fashion, Kanye want to be in a different world than what he's in. But I think as far as music, I don't know if I would call it trying to go pop. I don't even know if I would say he was staying completely hip hop. But it's like because it's like his music is kind of like I don't know. It's odd to describe the direction his music is going in, but I definitely don't think it's pop. But I feel like he's trying to step into another realm as far as like the fashion and all of that shit go.
Well, what do we consider beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy? Because that is if you want to talk about like hip hop edgy and like trying to like be an angsty motherfucker, like, and I fucks with beautiful, dark, twisted fantasy. That's my shit. But like, that is like the album that if you're like, yo, someone is like edgy, angsty, like trying to be this whole weird thing that I'm not sure what that album is as far as like if I would even consider that in a genre.
Listen, yeah, we ain't gonna call Gold Digger pop, yo.
No, Gold Digger's not pop.
Nah, he commented saying Gold
Oh,
Digger is kind of pop. I gotta disagree with you on that.
oh, I wouldn't call Gold Digger pop. If like Kanye, like I said, Kanye's questionable like pop efforts are like I said, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, because he tries, and I get trying to
So
like
you saying that whole album, the album as a whole?
I not okay not, and this is gonna sound really weird, not because of the individual songs that are on that album, but because of the overall sound he tries to do with that album is like, I think he just tries to be extra as fuck. Like, that whole thing is like, oh, watch how good my music taste is because I'm on this whole other sound that none of you have heard. Like, I don't know if you've heard the Gambino album that with Redbone and all those.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that, where it's like, let me show you how my quality of music is so much better, or so like, because it's different. And that shit's like, I've never fucked with that personally, because I'm like, it just kind of, to me, it feels like you reaching.
So then, what do you consider 808s, 808s and heartbreaks?
So in 808s and Heartbreak, I think that album is rap and hip hop as fuck, especially considering, I think sonically that is much more in line with hip hop and rap music. The difference being where like the visionary things with the 808 is like more so in the videos and the imagery he gives off on that album. Like with 808, like when Heartless dropped, like nobody did a video like that before. Like, and hey, shout out to all of Kanye's early videos. All of Kanye's early videos could all be considered like classic music videos. Like Good Morning, when he got the teddy bear going, fucking obviously like you got like all the lights, like the imagery of 808 is different, but sonically I think that's a very hip hop album.
I'm definitely gonna have to pull up and find out who's been writing Kanye shit like from the time he started to now, because I just want to see the different niggas that's been writing this shit, because it's definitely a difference in the music quality from like, you know, early on till now. I mean, as far as lyrics go. So I don't know. I just want to know who been writing this shit.
The old
Kanye. I have
Kanye.
been writing some shit. I know Push was writing shit for him.
Imagine all the good
else.
music was at some point. Probably like Big Sean. Probably, what is it? Oh, that was what was it? They had shit talking about and I didn't look into it, but I saw the headline. It was Jay wrote for Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre on Dre Day.
Oh yeah. They did say that. I seen that was on Everyday Struggle.
Yeah, like I didn't see it on Struggle. I saw the headline when I was kind of going through the internet. And Liam, the only reason I don't do one, make a separate channel strictly for gaming, is because like when I do my gaming stuff, I more so do it just with the streams, and it's like I play a game and then it just kind of turns into conversation. Because I don't game enough or play enough to where like I can make a concentrated channel just for gaming. So
We hop on this and we'll just kind of we'll start off playing a couple games, and then we just get deep into conversation and kind of just start sitting.
pretty much like I'm at the screen now, like I'm just at the Madden screen right now, and like I hear Meek Mill in the back and shit, which Issues was my shit, by the way. I was talking about his album. His album has the most replay value for me out of everybody that just dropped recently because of Issues. Let me pull this album up really quick, because this was a great bounce back album, and I don't think he gets enough credit for it. Where the fuck is it? Artists, like, let me see here. Yeah, Heavy Heart, 1942 Flows, Issues, These Scars, Fall Through, Glow Up, Young Black America, and Ball Player. Like, he could like Meek had some, like, if it wasn't a bounce back album, like some of these are hits. Like if this is
he had a lot of fire on there.
like, it was just used as, it was like it was just viewed in such a way like niggas was like, if Meek didn't come hard with this shit, it was like, yo, like Drake just clowned you, like ended your career, like you ain't shit no, like he might have not been able to release another album.
I think part of the reason he don't get the credit he deserves because shit is, I think ever since that Drake view, shit been kind of rocky. I mean, just as far as like, you gotta realize there's a lot of, Drake got a lot of fans, and when you start working with Drake, a lot of Drake fans gonna be your fans just by affiliation with Drake.
Yeah.
So they like, oh yeah, this nigga fuck with Drake, I fuck with him, and then all of a sudden now y'all falling out. They like, everybody like, fuck me.
Yeah, no, 100%, because everybody's going to go with the hitmaker. Like that's just.
Well, because at the end, I still say, look, Meek was wilding, yo. I wouldn't have said shit. He should have let them drop that Rico, because Rico should have been way bigger than what it was, but niggas couldn't play it because y'all was beefing.
Yeah.
Rico was good. Rico would have been the song of that summer easily.
What? 2015.
Yeah,
2015.
Was that 2015? Oh,
yeah,
no. Last year.
No, it's 15. I just pulled it up. I got it on my phone right here.
When did the album drop? Who was Token?
I don't know who Token is either.
Is that a rapper? Is that what? Do he mumble when he rap?
Hey, I will never get over 21 Savage mumbling a freestyle. Like, that will forever go down in history in my books. I'm like, that was like the worst shit I've ever seen. When did Dreams Worth More Than Money drop? It was in June 2015.
What month though? Was it the summer of 2016?
Nah, June 2015.
Oh yeah, June 20. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So yeah, that shit was supposed to take over the rest of the year.
Yeah, and he could have, cause he wasn't cause who else dropped in 2015? I want to say, cause Forest Hills Drive was 14. I think we figured out the other day.
Yeah.
So that's a classic, right? Like we're okay with like saying that. Like Forest Hills Drive is a classic, right?
You cut out on me, yo.
Forest Hills Drive has to be considered a classic or going to be a classic, right?
I think so. But it's like, to me, I don't know, because to me it's like I'm like he was rapping his ass off on that.
He was rapping his ass off. The content was great. The lyrics were like, it was production value was great. He has hit songs like Get Off My Dick and No Role Models is still played. And Colt not even that kind of rapper. Okay, let me go post this shit real quick and we'll start it off like we normally do. Quick, just letting everybody know before they click away from this shit. This is a different type of reaction video. We don't got no cameras. We're not making weird faces. We are simply talking about and reviewing Hotdamnirock, who's a dude we both been watching and listening to for years. And if you follow him, he just dropped his video yesterday, talking about it's the end of Hotdamnirock and he's going a different direction. And we got nothing but respect for the man, but we gonna sit here and we're gonna kind of talk, react, and remember and kind of review our experiences with watching this channel. Now if y'all niggas want to leave, you can leave. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Times two. But yeah, man, we probably been following him for what, at least how many years has it been? I mean, I would say at least 5 or 6 for sure. If not, I mean, if not longer, but that's at least.
Yeah, no, for sure, at least 6, because that's my junior year of high school, and I want to say I started watching him as a sophomore.
Yeah, so because I think we all pretty much started watching at the same time. So I mean, we both probably watched his videos, each of his videos multiple times because never ending laughs. You ain't, watching those videos, you gonna laugh from beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
It's you know somebody.
Okay, let me go post this shit real quick, and we'll start it off like we normally do. Quick, just letting everybody know before they click away from this shit. This is a different type of reaction video. We don't got no cameras. We're not making weird faces. We are simply talking about and reviewing Hotdamnirock, who's the dude we both been watching and listening to for years. And if you follow him, he just dropped his video yesterday, talking about is the end of Hotdamnirock, and he's going a different direction. And we got nothing but respect for the man. But we gonna sit here and we gonna kind of talk, react, and remember, and kind of review our experiences with watching this channel. Now, if y'all niggas want to leave, you can leave. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Times two. But yeah, man, we probably been following him for at least how many years has it been? I mean, I would say at least 5 or 6 for sure. If not, if not longer. But that's at least.
Yeah, no, for sure, at least 6, because that's my junior year of high school, and I want to say I started watching him as a sophomore.
Yeah, so because I think we all pretty much started watching at the same time. So I mean, we didn't. I mean, we both probably watched his videos, each of his videos multiple times because it's never ending laughs. You ain't, watching those videos, you gonna laugh from beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
You know somebody is funny when like the first thing that come out their mouth and you start laughing because you already.
Okay, let me go post this shit real quick, and we'll start it off like we normally do. Quick, just letting everybody know before they click away from this shit. This is a different type of reaction video. We don't got no cameras. We're not making weird faces. We are simply talking about and reviewing Hotdamnirock, who's the dude we both been watching and listening to for years. And if you follow him, he just dropped his video yesterday, talking about is the end of Hotdamnirock, and he's going a different direction. And we got nothing but respect for the man. But we gonna sit here and we gonna kind of talk, react, and remember, and kind of review our experiences with watching this channel. Now, if y'all niggas want to leave, you can leave. Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all. Times two. But yeah, man, we probably been following him for at least how many years has it been? I mean, I would say at least 5 or 6 for sure. If not, if not longer. But that's at least.
Yeah, no, for sure, at least 6, because that's my junior year of high school, and I want to say I started watching him as a sophomore.
Yeah, so because I think we all pretty much started watching at the same time. So I mean, we didn't. I mean, we both probably watched his videos, each of his videos multiple times because it's never ending laughs. You ain't, watching those videos, you gonna laugh from beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
You know somebody is funny when like the first thing that come out their mouth and you start laughing because you already know where they going with it.
Basically, I remember. Shit. Do we got to start with the classic, like the classic video?
Which one is that? Which one are we talking about?
Oh, I didn't gather around. I got a story to tell. That was the shit I would use.
Yeah, that was probably when that's probably the one when somebody needed a good laugh or whatever. Especially if you grew up in any type of environment like around gangs and shit like that, this is definitely how you laughing.
Yo, that was the video. And what was always crazy about Kane is Kane was like the easiest YouTuber for me personally to like.
And I mean, the name of the video again is Gather Around, I Got a Story to Tell. If anybody decide they want to kind of go look it up, his channel name or page name is Hotdamnirock, all one word, all spelled correctly.
It's where you can't be disappointed going to that channel.
Yeah, you gotta have. I mean, as long as you got any type of sense of humor, he's gonna be hilarious to you.
You can have no sense of humor.
Yeah,
Shit.
you gonna crack a smile at least, nigga.
Like, nah, cause I remember in especially like he was always like the easiest YouTuber for me personally, like to even like show other people, cause I'm like his shit was like instantly funny, it stayed funny, like, and the nigga was just honest. Like it was kind of funny honest, but like he was just honest.
And I think that's, I mean, me and you both, I think we talked about it, how it's like you connect a lot better when it's believable, when you believe what the person is saying. So it's like just the fact that you like, I seen the video, and to me it looked like the nigga was recording himself crying. So I commented on the video. I'm like, why is he like? I just asked the question. I was like, why is he recording himself crying? So a nigga commented. He must be one of academics chat niggas or something. This nigga, he commented. He replied to my comment. He said, "You dumbass nigga." That was a fan. That was a fan at the funeral record. I mean, that recorded him. He didn't record that shit himself. You stupid motherfucker. This was his reply to me. Number two, I go back and forth with a nigga I don't know about a nigga I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you with somebody I don't know about somebody else I don't know. Like, nigga, I don't know Lil Peep, I don't know you, and I don't know Lil Tracy, so we ain't really got nothing to argue about. Yo. Shout out to Lil Tracy, R.I.P. Lil Peep.
Yo. Oh shit, R.I.P. Oh.
I was about to have my first Instagram beef with a nigga I don't know. That's how you get. Nigga, I ain't finna argue with a nigga I don't know about a nigga about a nigga I don't know. Like, that ain't gonna happen.
I'm just trying to figure out who the fuck keep naming you. Like, y'all all can't be this little. Like,
he called me a dumbass nigga. He said, "Stupid motherfucker."
Hey,
and it was like I couldn't even be mad.
Hey, yo. Like, oh shit. Oh shit. What was I about to say? To get back to before we got to Lil Peep and Lil Tracy, shout out Lil Tracy. But no, the Crooked Eye was like, someone has like, oh, a Crooked Eye tweeted, it's like, well, what is rap missing? To me, it's like niggas really don't care anymore, like who has the best verse on a song or who killed who, outside of maybe like 2 or 3 guys, and it's like, if you look at me now, like, cause I remember hearing an interview and Wayne was talking about it. He was like, "Yo, what?" Because he had texted Chris Brown. He's like, "Yo, what the fuck? How you just gonna send me this shit after you just let Buster just kill it like that? Like, I can't go on here and look weak now." And like that competitive aspect, like he said, "You're messing with my nuts." Like, like I feel like even like not even just competitive, like people in your lane, but like just like getting on a track and not being like the weakest link. Like there's not even that anymore. Cause like before that song, even though that song kind of hyped Busta up for a little bit, like Busta wasn't like as big as Wayne at that time. He wasn't in his level or like in his lane, but he was still like, yo, if I'm gonna be on this song and this dude in front of me just killed this shit, I can't go on here and look like a bitch. And like, to me, whereas then you get niggas like, and I hate sitting there like, especially because they're damn.
Well, that's because it really though, I think it's the fact that like the rappers still want to kill niggas on tracks. Like, but it is like the question is like, I mean, if it's missing anything, it's just the rappers. They missing the rappers. Like, nigga, that like. When they ask what is rap missing, what we considering rap, because it's like, I don't expect fucking Lil Yachty and Lil fucking Uzi and fucking Post Malone to get on the track and me to try to figure out who bodied who.
That shit, it's like.
But I guarantee you you put niggas like, if you put motherfucking Kendrick and fucking Big Sean and J. Cole and whoever else in a booth together, I guarantee you all them niggas gonna be trying to outdo each other.
Yeah, no, that's what made Holy Kiso though.
The rappers still take pride in it, but it's like, all right, what? Because when it's these type of questions or whatever, it's like who are you considering rap? Because all the rappers, like I said, the rappers take pride in what the niggas that can really rap take pride in what they do.
Yeah, nah, like it's like I don't know, like, and like I said, we both agree on like music being a field, but I'm like, and as much as every weekend, I was usually there twice a weekend. Like I was going out all the time, and as much as I was doing it, there's not that much of a feel for that kind of shit to where like the genre should turn 90-10 in terms of that versus like lyrical songs or like well written songs that you listen to like on your headphones or while you're in your room type shit. Like,
shout out to LeVar Ball, by the way.
Yeah, LeVar that nigga, yo. I was actually talking about he doesn't come up, but Lonzo comes up when my podcast uploads at 6 a.m.
Lonzo, he been working on his mixtape. That's why he ain't been playing so good.
So I'm gonna tell me what you think about this, and then when it drops tomorrow, go watch the video. I'm starting to believe, fuck that sign. Like when people talk about like Ben Simmons or like when Blake Griffin did it, like why the second year rookie players do so well is I make the case that it's like they've already had a full year.
I think it's experience. You've been around it.
Well,
even though you haven't played, it's like you've been around it for a full year. I feel like we talked about it before, though. I don't know if that's what you were getting at, but I've always taken the angle of experience before, and then I started to think about it. I'm like, yo got to do all his dumb shit last year. Like, they get a $4 or $5 million signing bonus. He's guaranteed $12 million in the first 2 years. He got to all of last year, go out and party, hang out until 2, 3 a.m., do all the dumb shit with no repercussions, because as long as he could just wake his ass up and just be at practice, he wasn't actually forced to practice because he was injured. Same thing with Blake. And like, you kind of get this 6 month to a year window to do all your dumb shit with no repercussions. And then by the time you come back for your second year, you a little more focused. I can get with that.
Like, so it was like I was like as I was thinking about that shit, I'm like, if you get a situation like Lonzo, it's like, well, if Lonzo wants to go out and do anything, that shit's gonna be highly scrutinized. He's in LA, his dad's his dad, like the media, TMZ Sports is all after him. Like, he can't do no shit, and you got to go back and play. So like, even if he wanted to go, like he played like ass when he had his birthday and he had the party and shit for his birthday, and he's under 21, so there was no alcoholic beverages, of course, or anything like that. Which I also make the case in my video. I'm like, anybody that thinks these niggas under 21 who got millions of dollars and don't have access to fucking alcohol is full of shit. Because I never had $1 million and I had access to alcohol by the time I was like 15.
Mind you, I just got done explaining to you that by the time I was 21, I was done drinking because I did so much drinking between the ages of fucking 14 and 19. So,
yeah.
All right, but now real quick, because I see he coming and saying that he don't like diss tracks, Liam. So what is it about diss tracks that you don't like between rappers? Is it just rap in general? I know you say mainstream rappers, but I think because I don't fuck with it if it's something that's gonna take it further than just rap. But for the people that consider rap a sport, and they decide to exercise their lyrical ability against somebody else that considers rap a sport, I don't know if I find anything wrong with that.
Do we have an issue with 50 Cent getting in a diss track? Because 50 gonna take it past music.
See, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, mind you, my favorite 50 Cent song is "How to Rob," so you know.
Classics. So would you consider it like, and I get like what the YouTubers are doing right now and shit with like when they're not even rappers dissing each other. I think that shit's whack. and I don't.
YouTubers dissing each other? Is YouTube beef?
Yeah, there's YouTube beef, yo. There's hella YouTube beef.
How we get involved in some of that?
We get. I don't even know, yo. I'm gonna start. I can start just shouting "fuck you" to niggas that have like 1 million subscribers.
Nah, I don't want no YouTube beef either.
Like, yeah, Rice Gum, and then who's the other one? It's the it's all like the fucking European niggas. They be getting it. I don't consider Jake Paul a person. I try to ignore the fact he like walks the same planet as me. Like Jake Paul fucked Disney over, which is a real interesting thing. Like he went to Disney, got a huge fan base, and brought him to YouTube, and then said fuck Disney, and now makes more money. But I hate Jake Paul. Like the who's the nigga who's got like 11 million subscribers? Or he's got more than that. The KSI. I know KSI be having anger issues. KSI be ready to diss anybody on. KSI diss someone's grandma like on site. Like, but I think there's a difference though in like what they're doing and like the diss songs they're making, to where it's like,
Wait, so they making diss songs? Like,
yeah,
they actually making diss songs?
Yeah, like they got full tracks, yo.
Oh shit! Hey, somebody, hey Liam, email me their background information. I'm about to start writing tonight.
Like, it's but like actual diss songs between like legitimate rappers, it's like I think those are some of the best shit like hip hop has to offer, especially from like a historical perspective. Like if there's a hip hop Hall of Fame, and like you got in like songs and people go in there, like you can't write the story of hip hop without Ether. You can't write the story of hip hop without Hit 'Em Up. You can't write the story of hip hop with damn near anything Eminem said about anybody in the early 2000s. He was going after. You can't write it without 50 Cent, like, and him going after Ja Rule. Like, those kind of diss songs, like, those to me are, like, that's embedded in hip hop. I put Joe in there, but Joe kind of crazy, yo.
Listen, man. Joe dish that Making a Murder diss track Joe sent to Drake was fire.
It was, but Joe kind of off his rocker.
Man,
I fucks with Joe.
He said, I make these words flip as if they practice yoga. He said, okay, practice over. Look, man, Joe nice.
Joe is, like, ain't nobody taking that away from him.
Joe nice.
But Joe was a little, and realistically, I think all these niggas is off their rocker. I need someone to diss me. Shit, get me some publicity. Like,
I'm finna do exactly what Joe did with 4 p.m. in Calabasas. I'm finna find one of these diss tracks that y'all talking about and say it was subliminals to me up in there.
Like I said, Joe kind of crazy, yo. Joe kind of. And what else was I listening to? I was listening to that's actually another thing. And I didn't even think about it. I think it's a damn shame we only got 2 Slaughterhouse projects.
Well, technically 3, but we only got 1 album.
That's right, 2 tapes. But like, I even still.
Actually, no. Actually, we got 4.
Do they have?
You got. No, it's still. You got the. You got the EP. You got the album. You got the Slaughterhouse, which was the self-titled EP. You got the album. You got On the House mixtape and Welcome to Our House and House Rules actually. So shit, it might be like 5 different like projects for Slaughterhouse. It might be 5 actually, because you had the Slaughterhouse EP, which was their first shit. Then you had
how many songs was on that one?
That might have been like 6 or 7.
Yeah, I know I got On the House, Welcome to Our House, House Rules.
And House Rules, yep. The Slaughterhouse EP, and then That might be it, right? What all we got? Slaughterhouse EP, House Rules, Welcome to Our House, On the House. Yeah, that's it. 4.
Okay. I still
One
like.
only one album. Which I mean, they said shit. I mean, they all been saying. I guess that I don't know if that Glass House project is supposed to be done or what. But I mean, I don't know whatever's going on with why they ain't putting it out or whatever.
Well, I know they have.
I'll be making me some music. Antonio got the news.
Antonio got the beats.
You gonna be making send me some beats.
And
send me all the fire beats you got, and I'm gonna start writing tonight. Want any of these YouTube niggas that want some drama?
Yo, it's
I said, hey yo, no, not right now.
Check it. My man, my man, lyrical. He not for subliminals.
Nigga. I'm gonna be up in there calling out all their names.
Put a headshot, but it's minimal. That's some heat for you, yo. I donated my 2 bars. I'm gonna need that ghost.
The funniest shit that was said when Drake when Joe was dissing Drake, a nigga in the comments was like, "What you do when the nigga dissing you better than all your ghostwriters?"
Yo,
that was probably the funniest shit to me.
what was I about to say? About the Slaughterhouse shit. Is I know when they do like the group deals, like because the only way guys will agree to even do the group deal is everybody has to drop in between the group album dropping. Which I know when Welcome to Our House,
everybody has to what?
Everybody has to drop an album, so it's that way you're not just like, oh, we're gonna throw a Slaughterhouse album, give you like Joe album, Royce album.
But it's still because it's 2 separate contracts though. Like that's like Joe solo as far as a solo artist. Joe is independent, and he I think he got like a distribution deal through like I don't know if it was still E1, but I know for a while it was E1. And then the group was signed to Shady. So like as a group they signed to Shady, but as a solo I know Joe was independent. I'm pretty sure they all are. Some of them might have signed, but because that's like I'm pretty sure Royce is signed though, as you know them his niggas.
Yeah, like who else would they? Cause yeah, that's a label you just don't want to touch. Like that whole Shady Aftermath label. Like when you think of the niggas that's on there, like that's the most vicious group by far.
You said what, yo?
That Shady Aftermath label, like that's might be the most monstrous group of niggas like ever.
Yeah.
Like you can end it off the fact of you rocking M50 and Slaughterhouse and that's all you need. like you got a nigga like Yellow Wolf who can rap and don't nobody care. Like he not making if you want some Pokemon shit, you can only pick 6 niggas to go ride with you. Like you not picking him, and he could out rap a lot of niggas. Like
he definitely can. Yellow Wolf is definitely like I think he rap better than I would want to give him credit for. That nigga cold.
And it's like, but he not making that team. Like he's not making that starting 5. He not making that Pokemon 6. Like fuck these pussy ass bitches up. Hey, M dropping it. M album gonna be here in what, like less than 20 days. Nah, man, not less than 20 days. Man. I think it's scheduled for like the middle of December, isn't it? When's M album supposed to drop?
He said M need to come back and fuck these pussy ass bitches up.
I think it's supposed to be December.
And while you at it, man, hey, send an email to Eminem and tell him put some drums on that Walk on Water beat. Either put some drums on it, or next time put a bitch like Taylor Swift on the hooks. Don't do that. Don't do that when Beyonce on the song. Shout out to Eminem. Shout out to the Queen.
What's released? What? So M is supposed to drop, and this isn't official, but like at least the date they're giving now is December 8th.
No, okay.
Like,
It's alright. He getting my money regardless of what niggas think.
you think so? Here's a good. Do you think it's fair, like for the only dude to obviously like because you get compared with your own generation? Does this album have to be better than 444, or does it have to be on par with 444 to be considered a good album?
Hell no. Not really.
Because that's M's only real contemporary.
But I mean, honestly, it's like the entire time me thinking the Eminem album was coming, I never once thought like, oh man, I'm comparing it to 440. Because it's like even with that being his only contemporary, they don't even make nearly the same type of music.
They don't.
Like, you know, it ain't. So it's like, to me, it ain't even like. That's one of those where it's like, you know, if you want to. That's one of them ones where it's like it's really a preference thing with those two, because it's like it ain't like you got two niggas talking about the same shit and then you trying to figure out who talk about it better or nothing like that. So they ain't even talking about the same shit.
Do you think? And I'm gonna throw Nas in this too, just only because like he supposedly he got an album done, whether it's done or not or when it gonna drop, I have no fucking clue. But the nigga been saying the album's done for like 2 years now. Do you think if they were to flop, like they can't release no more music, considering they're all 40 plus?
Hold on, yeah, you broke up. What'd you say? Who are we talking about?
So I'm gonna put J, M, and then I said I'm gonna throw Nas in here too, even because he said album was done 2 years ago. If it's actually done or not?
Oh, you talking about on that Cali shit, right? When he said the album was done.
And like. So if, as being 40 plus year old rappers, do you think, and Jay didn't flop, so he's kind of excluded from it, if M or Nas were to flop, do you think they could put more music out? Or do you think niggas would be over it because they 40 plus years old and it's like, I'm done with you?
No, I think regardless they could keep putting music out. It's like, yeah, I definitely think, you know, regardless of the outcome, they can continue to keep putting music out.
Do you think they could ever? Okay, so then, do you think they would ever bounce back? Like, let's say like M drops his album, right, and like this shit flops, and now flopping for him is a weird thing because he has sales numbers that like there is no like are unbeatable. But like if his comes out and the album is just like, that was weak. Do you think he could ever bounce back if he decided to drop another project or even just a couple singles?
Yes, you know, I don't know for sure if he'd be able to come back, just because it's like, I mean, M gonna always have he's gonna always have his fans, but it's one of the things where I think even some of his fans, like right now, are probably questioning whether he still got it or not. So I think that if he flop now, some people will be like, oh, it's a wrap, and they might not be too willing to support it the next time. But I don't know. That's all. I mean, like they always say, you always one hit away. Like,
you are.
So it's like, because that's all you need to get. Like, it's like he could drop, say he put 12 songs on this album and everybody say each song is ass, and then, you know, a couple months later he dropped fucking fire, everybody right back on it.
That's fair. Like,
so I mean, I think they could bounce. I think you could always bounce back. And if all else fails, this the most popular nigga.
That's true. Like, and I don't know. It's just gonna be weird because, like, to me, all right, peace out, Liam. To me, this needs to be his last album because I am kind of the mindset where I'm like, once you 40 plus, like I thought what Jay did was perfect because it was kind of like that. Hey, I'm giving y'all some last second advice before I peace out the game. Like, this is just the shit that I've learned along the way. and I got 20 plus years in this bitch. I got 40 plus years living on Earth, so I'm gonna, you know, give you guys some game. And then, with M, not that he could give the same kind of advice, nor do I want to hear the same kind of advice that like Jay gave, but if he gives me kind of like a closure album, like then he needs to go away, personally. And I think the same thing.
M or Jay?
I think both. Like I'm okay with Jay never releasing another song again.
Oh yeah.
And if M gives me,
honestly, I think I was okay with it even before 444 came out though.
I was too. But because he would still do a couple singles here and there, it was like, okay, like, are you officially retiring? Like, what's your game plan? And understanding, like, none of these niggas have to answer to me. But it's like, giving just kind of the clarity of it's like, I'm not making music no more, or I am making music no more, or I'm doing this sports stuff, or I'm doing movies, or like, whatever you doing. Like, I got the closure album from him. If I can get a closure album from M, and I get a closure album from Nas, I'm gonna feel good. Because those are, if you go with the generic top 5 list, those are 3 of the top 5, and then Biggie and Pac, and we know we're not getting no more music from Biggie and Pac. So it's like, you would.
Look, yeah, that might be worse than me saying the game was missing Lil Peep.
Like, no, but it's real though. It's like, and that would mean if you want to like just visualize hip hop. Like, you could have your Mount Rushmore or your top 5 cemented. Like, you could look at it and be like, all right, dope. I got 20 years of these 3 guys, and I got great legacies left by these 2 guys. And, like, you be straight with that. And, I mean, you know, and fuck it. And think about it afterwards if they do it and they retire. Shit, if any of them drop new music, especially Biggie and Pac, the internet gonna break. And then niggas gonna realize they don't want to see 40-year-old Tupac talking about I get around and fucking hit him up, bang bang shot, killing niggas at 40.
Right.
Like, I don't know, that shit is like. But yeah.
What's the score of your game, yeah?
I won my game about an hour ago. I won 35-17 or some shit like that. Or maybe I think I might have scored again, maybe 35-23. I don't know why the fuck Mitch Trubisky thought he was that nigga, yo.
So what week we in now? We in week 3 or 4?
Yeah, week 4.
We should be in week 4 now, right? So you played your week 4 game or you played your week 3 game in advance?
I played my week 4 game. I'm 4-0 right now.
Yeah, I'm 2-1, so I gotta play my week 4 game.
With Aaron Rodgers putting up some crazy ass numbers. I think since we closing on 2 hours here though, to get back to what we initially started at,
oh, we definitely went off. We definitely went off onto everything else.
Yeah, no, which is fine. Like, I didn't think we were gonna get a full 2 hours out of Kane, but I did want to talk about.
It's all natural. As long as it's natural, it's all good.
Yeah, like, I guess as far as like my final thoughts on Kane, it was like we've said, if not my number 1, he's one of my top 2 YouTubers I ever got to watch. Gave me 7 years.
Number one in my book, Kane. I'm waiting on the shirts to come through.
7 years of great content. 7 years of laughing my ass off. Hell of a person, and I don't know this nigga, and I'm not big on this whole like, oh, I feel like I know him. But just the shit he had to go through, hell of a person. And, you know, whatever he decided to do, if there's any way I get to support, I'm down.
We definitely supporting regardless.
That's my man's. And Jerry, we gonna get you a new barber.
Hey, Jerry, we gonna talk, man. Eventually. Cause I gotta know if you was really telling bitches half this shit.
Yo, like.
But then you are light skinned, so I know y'all be going through mood swings and shit.
Hey, that's my Snapchat, yo. I'll be purposely putting shit on my Snapchat too. Like, I swear, and I'll snitch on myself. I got like a whole fucking like playlist of shit that I'm just like, just some shit I could play on Snapchat that just looks suspect as fuck. And I'm just like, this one, like, when you feel like feeling light skin, like, I just throw one of these shits on, and I'm like, I'm good. And just let that shit play. You be having people try to reach out to you, like, is everything okay? You good? Like, yeah, nigga, I'm just playing the song.
All the way past the fucking ball.
That's what I need to do, is I need to get on my mod player and start getting my mod player better. Which, we gonna be doing.
I scored like 48 points my last game. I got 34 this game in the third quarter.
Are you playing on 5-minute quarters? You still on 12?
I'm still on 12. I ain't changed it yet.
You talked to old dude that was we were running with the other day?
Nah, he's still been on, but I ain't talked to him or nothing. No.
Aaron Rodgers got in 4 games 2,100 yards, 19 touchdowns, 4 picks, 74% completion percentage. My man's killing it. He's been
534 yards per game.
My man is killing it. Yo, look how many times I've been sacked though. That's only because I don't I get blitzed all the time and I just don't block extra guys.
Damn,
yeah, no, like that's 7 sacks a game. And like if you look at my O-line, I know you're still watching the stream, like my O-line is nice. It's just I don't give extra protection when this shit pops up. Like, look at these niggas. 97, 87, 90, 98, 91. What's crazy, though, is, like, look at my receivers. Like, my receivers is just okay. Like, they not no shit special. Then my defense is some true trash. But, you know, we'll work on that.
Who the fuck is sending out an email at 2 a.m.? Or 1 a.m., I should say. Oh.
Let's see. Where this shit?
These niggas can't hold me.
Where I'm gonna look at these receiving stats. So
I don't know why. It's like I realize I just like drafting on Madden.
yeah, nah, Matt.
Because it's almost like I just be wanting to see like the different teams I can get.
I think we both was talking about like drafting on Madden and 2K. Like it's legit. Like with 2K especially, it's like you draft your team, you play like 4 or 5 games. That's how you kind of figure out if you want to trade someone or not, and then you basically just go to the playoffs. Like that shit's fun. Martavis Bryant, let's go. I'm proving that he was out here asking for a fucking contract extension. I'm helping him out. And Julio Jones is still a damn monster. Oh, he's on your team. Fuck Julio Jones then.
What happened?
He's second in receiving, but it's a far second.
What about Julio Jones?
I said fuck Julio Jones.
Well, what happened?
He's second. Why the fuck is this glitching out right now? He's second in receiving yards to Martavis Bryant.
Nah.
And then John Ross is.
Oh shit. But yeah, yesterday when my shit wasn't working, I did an offline fantasy draft and shit.
Yeah, no, that shit is fun. The dude who I always be trying to get, even though I feel like my team always sucks when I have him, but I just feel better about having him, is Kuechly. Like, Luke Kuechly just seems like a monster to me. Like, I just feel like if I have him on my defense, like everybody else is good. But yeah, but since this is going over 2 hours, I don't want to go too far over 2 hours. You can just end the stream. Yeah.
Shit. Well, whenever you ready.
Yeah, so if you liked, or if you, I would see, I'll be fucking that up. She wanted my podcast. If you saw or heard anything you like, please don't forget, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you new. We do this shit every Monday for sure, and then we try to get on one other time during the week and do this. We basically just get on here.
We're gonna be doing it definitely on Mondays, and then we might do it. The other days are kind of vary. I mean, we might just be on and feel like we got some good, some interesting shit to talk about, and we'll just, we'll start a stream up. But it'll always be Mondays for sure. Monday we usually try to have some shit that we kind of plan to talk about.
100%.
And after that is, usually we'll talk about whatever we had planned for a few minutes, then the rest is freestyling. So I don't think we just be getting off subject. It's all natural conversation.
Amen.
We ain't sitting with a piece of paper in front of us or nothing like that.
Yeah, right now I got a fucking cat to the left of me and my fucking, and they just hit us with this bullshit. I don't know if y'all can still hear me, but if you can't, catch y'all on Monday. Peace out.